Yo, I made an entire horror game in just 3 months with zero experience in game development.
Just 1 year? 1 year?
No, ignore that. I was just testing things. Anyways, in this video, I'm going to show you how I turned this blank project into a stunningly realistic horror game that was inspired by Outlast and Subway Surfers? Hear me out. You're a graffiti artist that's desperate to get his name in the game, so you tell your fam, yo, I gotta go graffiti this village up in the mountains real quick. Then you hang up on your mom and you find this sweet mountain village that looks like it's stuck in medieval times. You then search the map to find cool spots to spray paint. And then some freaky boys come out to spook you. At the same time, you find all these notes left behind and weird objects that are from both the 1400s and like the 1960s. Did they even have notes back then? So that's the premise of my new game, Tagged, and you can wishlist it, you know, right now if you wanted to. No, not yet. This isn't an ad. But anyways, how do you even make a video game? Okay, so now that I have about 9 months of mediocre Unreal Engine skills, it's time to start the project. I first got this super sweet animation sample pack, and I used this awesome tutorial to make it so it was first person. This made the animations for the player super smooth, and the player actually has a body, which a lot of games don't have for some reason. I then obviously gave the player a super cool retro flashlight that I got on Sketchfab from Surhi 3D. I attached it to the player's hand, and since it's super realistic, I made it so when you look down, the light that points out of the player doesn't go straight down at your legs. Nice. My next idea was to actually make a map. So there will be 3 maps in this game. The main starting map is a super spooky forest, mountain, village, medieval village. Great, got that. The second is this scientist dungeon complex that will be at the end of the game. Don't worry, I won't show too many spoilers. And then the third level is a super secret level that you can only go to when you get unalived. Do we have to say that on YouTube now? Alright, moving on. My first element of gameplay that I added was the actual spray painting. I messed around with actual spray painting on the walls and such, but there were a bunch of issues with this because I'm pretty stupid and couldn't get it to work nicely. So I think I'll add it as a mini game if you complete the whole game. So instead, I thought I could make the player hold E to interact, and then there would be a spray paint animation on the screen, and then the graffiti art would be painted on the wall once the animation is done. In hindsight, it probably would have been easier to just get the actual spray painting to work, but I like this idea better for some reason. I first made the animations in After Effects and transferred them over to Unreal Engine with transparent backgrounds. And done. They worked great. Wrong. They actually took forever because Unreal Engine hates videos and it hates UI and it hates how much memory these things eat up. I actually had to turn these animations into frame-by-frame flipbooks and then downscale them so that they were retrofried to look like pixel art. Otherwise, the previous versions were eating up 500 megabytes of the GPU for each animation. If you don't know, that's basically like 1,000,000,000 not okays. But you don't care about all that. All that matters is they look nice and sound gnarly. My next invention in this Frankenstein program was to actually make a monster. I added this spooky boy, and he said to tell me to tell you to absolutely mess out that subscribe button. Wow, that was cringe. I hated saying that and even writing that. What am I doing? It's 3 a.m.? Anyways, I added his AI using Unreal's super fancy behavior trees, which is basically ChatGPT for horror games. Now I can spawn him in and have him roam around, chase the player, or go directly to the player, which is my favorite one. I then made it so the monster can kill the player if you enter his fun sphere, this fun sphere. Now at this point, the game was looking spicy, but I need to make it actually playable, so I added a main menu and settings, pause menu, button sounds, graphic settings, audio blah, boring garbage. That's what I call that. Basically, all you need to know is I added saving and loading to the game, and I added NVIDIA DLSS so the frame rate doubled. NVIDIA DLSS is basically a mythical cheat code that will probably not work given my luck. So if it does work, the game will be AAA. If it doesn't, I doubt anyone will be able to play this game. Awesome. My next addition, besides adding more props, VFX, and scary TV static, was to make sound. I researched ways I could make sound in Unreal Engine and found a way where I could use looping atmospheric sounds and the actual stem tracks of music to play synchronously throughout the game. I actually know how to make music, so this was super fun for me and was probably the only main feature in the game that I had working perfectly on the first try. So I opened my MacBook and cooked up a spooky chase scene song that I could play at different points. Each track would be its own separate thing that I could play whenever I wanted independently. So when the monsters are chasing us, I can play all the tracks together. Or if I want some atmosphere, I can just play some womp womps. What's a womp womp? This is a womp womp. I thought to myself, wow, the game is coming along. Let's make it so people can play it. So I hopped on Steam, signed random paperwork from some rando called Urs, and slapped a cool Hunnid on the screen, and they let me sign up Tag to be on Steam. Did I say the title yet? I don't know. But the game is called Tagged, because that's what graffiti artists do. They tag stuff on walls and buildings. And I took some screenshots, made some more animated GIFs, and slapped them with an essay in the description. Made some super fancy high quality game art for the pictures and stuff. So yeah, that's how it's done, guys. Head to the grindstone or whatever. Kept pushing, kept connecting wires, and ended up here. Please wish us the game right now, or else this will be under your bed. Oh, and also, Raid does not work on it. Your boy's gonna keep dropping bangers, so make sure to subscribe. And yeah, the first 10 people to send me a screenshot of them wishlisting the game to my Instagram in a DM will get free Steam keys when the game launches. So, deal or no deal?